I'm going to comment on this rise in ED pro-ANA content as a speech feeding. Retired picky eater myself, retired ED compulsive exercise individual myself, victim warrior, because I have credentials. I feel like we forget how important the language we use early on when it comes to speech and feeding is. I have a few clients and I can always tell when they have been with another feeding therapist, and I'm like, oh no, sweetie, it's been 1.5 years and here we are, you're with me, a state-funded program. I digress. And so I'll see the mom and we'll sit her down and she's like, yay, I love eating, this is tasty, let's eat, yummy, oh, I'm so proud of you for eating. Now, why is this bad? Because it builds up a lot of that, compliance-based behavior. If you do this, I'm going to be proud of you. Now, I don't know if you have the attachment wound yourself. Sweetie, I do. And when we look into that, it is as serious as, if I don't eat this, will my mom love me? No, that is not what we are intending to do. We are going to love our children through and through. But when you're only giving that positive reaction to your desired behavior, that's going to set your child up for failure. Now, there's this approach called responsive feeding. And it's you show up as the parent by preparing age-appropriate, oral motor skill-appropriate meals, things that your child can actually chew. And then the child makes the decision of, can I explore it? Do I feel safe enough to explore it? Can I chew it? Do I think it's tasty? How do I feel about this therapy session? Because it supports that autonomy, this intrinsic thinking, this intrinsic motivation of eating's fun. I don't mind exploring. And when I was being raised, I was terrified of food. I also have a lot of sensitivities and health issues that I can't really remember my childhood, so I don't know how long I've had those. And I can't eat dairy or gluten. It's so fun. Worst Italian ever. But I was so restricted in my eating and I didn't feel safe, and I would be screamed at if I didn't eat anything. Yet my grandma would also make different food just for me. It was a very back and forth, disorganized attachment style, which I can get into in another video. But that's the thing, because then your child, when we are working in those fundamental years, and usually around 18 to 20 months, that's when your child's very, very picky about okay, I used to eat a lot of these foods, but I no longer want to. Or if they haven't had the oral motor skills to chew, they're about to be even more on sitting down and eating is about to be a little bit more restrictive, because they are going to be I don't know what to do with this food in my mouth and I'm going to spit it out. Sit at the table as a family. No iPads. No. That's a distraction. Sit at the table with your family and talk about things that you've been seeing. Or you could talk about even sing songs. You could do if there's an emotional support book or something, you could read that too as you're exploring with food. Have your child in the preparation process too of ooh, let's chop, and you could talk about the textures, the color, but use neutral. Don't be oh, that's so slimy, how weird. No. Use language oh, wow, that changed when I chopped down on it. And allow your child to feel comfortable with that sensory process before they go ahead and put it in their mouth. Please do not use a lot of those positive reinforcements I love how you did that, good work, I'm so proud of you, because over time that builds. And then you know how you have that academic stigma of I hate to use this in a video, but a praise king. I love when I get straight A's, high achievers, they're gonna strive for that. Or some kids will shut down because they know that they're not able or comfortable enough to reach the goal that you're setting on them or giving them. To go eat this. I could go on. I'm just so passionate as someone who has struggled with eating most of her life and still has so many sensitivities about, like, I was at dinner yesterday and I'm like, yeah, I can't eat tomatoes. And everyone's like, wow, that's so weird. I get heartburn like no other. And I don't know if that's from years of, like, also having issues with restriction in eating myself, or if it's because of my connective tissues in my esophagus. I have GERD, I have ulcers, and, like, please set your children up for success, because this has been, like, years in the battle, and I know that there are so many kids in this way. I know there's so many mothers who will probably face this as well with their own childhood upbringing. My grandma was from, like, Eastern Europe, and, honey, I'm terrified. So if you stayed this long, I have so much more I could probably talk about this. So thank you for tuning in. Happy Sunday.